What is 3D printing all about? There are a host of technologies that can be used to print 3D objects. This series of videos focuses mainly on FDM because it is currently the most widespread consumer-level 3D printing technology. FDM achieved its popularity due to the relative low cost of the materials and equipment it involves, and also the versatility and recyclability of the materials used. Just to get an idea of what 3D printing is all about, let's look at a brief description of the most common 3D printing methods. FDM, or fused deposition modeling, is the process where a molten material, usually a thermoplastic, is mechanically deposited in layers, thus building up an object. The thermoplastic usually comes in solid filament form. It is introduced into a heating chamber where it melts and gets squirted out a nozzle. This heating chamber and the nozzle work like a syringe where the plunger is the solid filament entering one end, the liquid being squirted out the other end is the melted filament. This syringe-type hot end is then used as a computer-controlled pen, drawing an object layer by layer. The first layer is drawn onto a build plate, while the subsequent layers are drawn on top of the already cooled and hardened lower layers. Molten plastic sticks to the hardened plastic beneath, essentially fusing the layers together. For more detailed information on FDM printing, check out my other video linked in the description below. SLA, or stereolithography 3D printing, works with a liquid resin that turns into a solid when exposed to light, usually high-intensity UV light from a UV laser or a powerful UV light source. An upside-down platform drops down to the bottom of a container filled with the liquid resin until it almost touches the transparent bottom of the container. UV light then comes up through the bottom, hitting the selected regions of the resin, hardening it and making it stick to the platform. Then the platform moves up a fraction and the process is repeated, building up an object layer by layer. SLS, or selective laser sintering, uses a laser to sinter powdered material, plastic or even metal, into a solid shape. Sintering is the process where a granule material is fused into a solid by heat or pressure, but without actually melting it. SLS works by laying a thin layer of powder in a container, selectively sintering parts of the powder to form a layer of the object being printed, then laying another fine layer of the powder on top of it and repeating the process until the object is built. SLM, or selective laser melting, is very similar to SLS but actually melts the powdered material, usually a plastic, when fusing it into a solid shape. Both SLS and SLM printers are fairly expensive because they require high-powered lasers to work. EBM, or electron beam melting, as its name suggests, uses an electron beam for melting powdered material, usually metal powder, instead of using a laser. In other respects, it is similar to SLM and SLS printing methods. LOM, or laminate object manufacturing, constructs objects using layers cut from thin strips of material like paper, sheets of plastic, or other materials. The layers of material are laminated together to form the object either before or after they are cut. The layers are usually coated with a heat-activated adhesive, and thus the lamination is done with a heated roller, whereas the cutting part is performed by a computer-controlled knife or laser. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I will be putting out more videos related to FDM 3D printing shortly.